Underwriting for this program provided by the University of Maryland, Baltimore and Charm City Bluegrass. On the corner of Green and Fayette stands a proud piece of Baltimore history.
The church was built in 1852, and when they built it, there was a pre-existing cemetery here that was 60 years prior.
A resting place for the past and prominent.
The founding fathers and mothers of Baltimore buried here.
And tonight, of all things, a concert venue.
We're really excited to put on a series of concerts here at the Westminster Hall and Burying Grounds.
This is live at Westminster Hall. For VIPs, the bash begins amongst the bones.
Tyminski and Ronnie Bowman.
Never have I ever played around the catacombs.
Hey, this is really strange.
I knew that, it was a man-made underground thing that was used for people to be buried, and I'm just glad that I got to sing for some living people.
My heart is sad and I am lonely. Oh, the only one I love. When shall I see her? Oh, November, till we meet in heaven above. Oh, bury me beneath the willow under the weeping willow tree, so she'll know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me.
Those buried below died years before the church was built. Engineers constructed carefully. Brick piers avoid disturbing the tombs.
She told me that she dearly loved me, but I believe it untrue, until the angel softly whispered she will prove true to you.
Despite millions of records sold, performances like tonight's lie at the heart of the craft for Tyminski and Bowman.
I've always said it's about live music for me.
There's just something about going and watching music live that it just changes your whole perspective.
The interaction with the audience and with each other on stage, I think it touches you in a way that you can't get through just listening to records.
The pre-show continues in the catacombs. Strains of it sift outside, heard along the headstones.
Our most famous resident would be Edgar Allan Poe. He was originally buried in the back of the graveyard in the Poe family plot, and the headstone purchased for his gravesite was destroyed in a railway accident at Camden Station. And it was taken as a sign from God and was never replaced.
With posthumous fame came Poe's monument, a curious visit to this day. Banjo and mandolin pull people inside. Valarie Smith and Liberty Pike take the main stage.
Oh, officer! I love the venue. I think that it's beautiful. It's a beautiful listening room, which I think that we need more listening rooms out there. Oh, officer!
The sound is just really great here. Everything's really magnified and powerful.
I think the reverb time is probably on the order of 5 seconds. And what that does is it gives the music a very, very lively sound.
I feel like as a church where someone was just up there talking, it had to be acoustically sound so that you could hear anybody just without any amplification.
Well, blame it on Bluegrass. Blame it on the banjo and the mandolin that high on the monument.
Light floods the room.
It's kind of neat to be able to see. A lot of times it's lights in your face.
Helps visually connect artist and audience.
You see their eyes and you see which songs reach each person. And we just adore listening rooms because that's what our music is all about.
Conceived, organized, and run by Charm City Bluegrass, tonight marks the first in an ongoing series.
Our idea is to really bring bluegrass back into the city of Baltimore.
If that don't make you feel good, nothing will.
A lot of the very original guys that really pioneered the music back in the 50s and 60s had quite an active bluegrass scene here.
Like the venue, the genre marks an earlier era when Appalachian migrants came to town to work in steel and manufacturing. They brought their music with them, and from it developed what we now call bluegrass.
It's mud in spring and it's dust in summer. It blows in a crimson tide. Tell the trees and the leaves and the
much about social interaction as it was the music. Bluegrass retains the communal quality on which it was built.
All my formative years were getting to go out and meet new people. I mean, every day that I was at a Bluegrass festival, I met new people to play with. And the influences, they're endless. So for me, I was always inspired as a young person going to shows that I got to meet the bands and I got to shake hands and talk about what instruments we had, what they played.
Now established veterans, these two have been at it for decades.
Well, I was making money, we're making time, but you can bet I won't stand in line. If you leave me, it's like money in the bank. So chalk it up, mark it down, look for me, I won't be around. If you leave me, it's like money in the bank.
Both juggle multiple projects these days, but old friends make the time to play together.
It's like singing with your brother. We're brothers from other mothers, so when we can coincide some dates where we're both off and we can play music together, we just jump back in on it, you know.
Who I am and not what I buy. But when the cards are down and the tables turn, it'll be too late for you to learn. Our love's worth more than money in the bank. So chalk it up, mark it down, I'll be nowhere to be found. If you leave me, it's like money in the bank. If you leave me, it's like money in the bank.
All right. We got to go downstairs today and do a couple of, I guess it's a mini concert, but we did get to see Edgar Allan Poe's original headstone.
Some weird stuff down there. Later, Ronnie went to say, yeah, man, that was cool. We saw David Allan Poe's gravestone. I said, you mean Edgar Allan Poe? He said, yeah, one of them.
Yeah, he tells a good story, don't he? He sure does.
It was funny.
My factory job earning power went up $1 an hour. So I went and bought you some flowers. Ain't we living life? The kids are trying to stay cool. They're glad to be out of school. So I blew up their swimming pool. Ain't we living a life? Well, honey, I know we ain't rolling in dough, but we roll with the punches and we roll with the flow. And when things ain't going like we think they should, we give it all we got and take the bad with the good, yeah. Ain't living high on the hog, and we both work like a dog, but ain't we having a ball, just living a life. Ain't we living a life?
Just as entertaining as the songs are the stories.
I was married at the time when I got this, and I remembered calling my wife, hey, it looks like I'm going to get to do this voiceover. You're going to be seeing George Clooney up on the big screen, but you're going to be hearing my voice coming out. And she said, damn, that's my fantasy.
It all adds up to a unique night of music at a very special place.
Sometimes there's a feel, like the essence, the history.
I think it's a great place to have music. Yeah, I'd love to come see shows here and play here.
I mean, we play a lot of theaters, a lot of festivals, bigger shows, smaller shows, but when you get to play in a place like this, there's a warmth and a feeling that you can't get anywhere else. It's real special.
This is going to be a beautiful gift to the artists and the people that want to hear the music.
Lucky for Baltimore, there's more where this came from.
I think you're going to find the acoustics to be wonderful, the artists to be very, very inspired as to the location and the history of the place. It's just a wonderful place to be.
He was born and raised
Well, 4 or 6 long years I've been in trouble. Well, no pleasure here on earth I found. 4 in this world I'm bound to ramble. Well, I have no friends to help me now. I know that's not true. He has no friends to help him now. Well, heads fare thee well, my whole true lover. I never expect to see you again.